everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Grue. And today for Grue, I'm very excited because there's a new horror movie that's out called Don't Let Her In. Horror movie from Charles Band and Full Moon Pictures. And we got the writer and director of the film here. And we also got a few people from the cast, Lorin, Kelly, and Cole, and the director and writer is Ted. And we are going to talk to them about the new horror movie, and it should be a blast. And I am your host, Rocco Cross, the host of Stutters, and we are going to have a blast with this, and it's coming up next. All right, everyone, welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
So Ted, I want to start out with you first. You write and direct this brand new horror film, Don't Let Her In, and it's from Charles Band and Full Moon. And like, how did you think of the script for the film?
I've done a lot of work for Charlie Band in the past, and we know each other pretty well. And when he suggested doing this series of movies, like 2 short films, I understood what the schedule was going to be and how simple that the whole story needed to be. And I started thinking, what's the simplest kind of story that I could tell that could be effective? And the thought came to me of The Roommate from Hell, and the story kind of came from there,
Awesome. Now, do you watch any horror movies to prep you for the script, like Rosemary's Baby and stuff like that? Like,
yeah, I definitely I know Rosemary's Baby very well. I love that film, and the story kind of goes in that direction,
Exactly. And Lorin, you play a very dark role in the film.
Yep.
So tell me about like your role, because your role, like I said, is dark and it has ties to the demon world, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
don't give away too much. Don't give
I
away
won't.
too much.
I'll be discreet. Yeah. So I think some of the research I did, I mean, I rewatched Rosemary's Baby. I rewatched Single White Female.
Nice.
I also watched Subspecies. Not that there's any, I mean, beyond being behind both, the story's so different. But yeah, I have always wanted to play a villain of sorts. I think that I really resonate with most villains in shows and movies. They're usually the character that I relate to the most.
Okay,
And I thought the idea of like being able to like humanize a villain of this caliber was so interesting, because I think a lot of villains get a bad rap, right? Like, they're humans. I mean, they're humans. They're people too.
Exactly.
So I wanted to put in some, more human quality into someone like this. So yeah, I hope I, was able to do that.
Awesome. Okay. And Kelly and Cole, like, I would like to know who you two play, because Cole's character, I know, is like a rock and roll stoner type dude, right?
Yep. And luckily, I didn't have to do too much external searching for that character. I enjoy cannabis and I'm a musician, so this kind of was really up my alley.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, man, it was good.
I play Amber. Amber is sort of the polar opposite of Serena, of Lauren's character. She's sort of like the sweet, charming girl next door. She's an artist, but she's very insecure about it. And then Serena comes in, and Serena is sort of all the things that Amber's not. She's confident, she's like sensual and strong. And so I thought the two of us really balanced each other out super well. And it was really fun to get to play someone with someone so opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice. And without giving too much away, whatever one wants to take it, can you tell us a little bit what the film is?
Oh, Kelly, you want to tell us from your character's point of view?
From my character's point of view, sure,
Yeah, yeah.
without giving too much away. So Amber and Ben are dating. They live together in an apartment and they need a little extra cash. And so they rent out their spare room. Seems totally normal, right?
Right.
Serena comes in. She's got the money. She seems cool, confident, collected. Why not bring her into this space? And then some weird things start to happen. Ben sort of leaves them alone. He goes on tour, and the two of them kind of get stuck in this weird back and forth in this apartment together. And it's sort of like, what's real, what's fake, what's happening? Is Serena really who she says she is? And that's all I'll say. I don't want to give too much away, but she's not who she says she is. I'll say that.
Lorin, what about from your point of view, your character's point of view? What's the story?
I would say it's more of like a finding a sense of home for Serena. She's trying to find her people at the end of the day. And she's just really a miscreant looking for a place to lay her head. No, I mean, in all seriousness, I think that, I think if we were to take it on a more like symbolic level, LA is a hard place to find your community. And I think Serena's like really in search for that. And I think she's found, two people that she can nestle her little, her head on the pillow with these folks, and she's happy about it.
And Cole, your character, like you're sort of the reality and the guy who keeps coming back to things get worse, Tell us about that.
I'm kind of aloof and in and out. Like Kelly was saying, my character is on the road, so he's really kind of self-absorbed a bit. So he's not paying attention too much. He knows that a cute new girl just moved in, so he's not the best boyfriend either. So I'm kind of living a good life right now. I got to keep in the apartment. I got my music career that I'm about to go on tour, and that's everything to me. So I'm having a blast. So I don't know why this girl keeps calling me saying shit's going wild right now, because my life's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the story.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And what did you all like best about being on set for the film?
Okay, I'll start. Being on set for any movie is like both a joy and like an incredible labor of hard work and disappointment and dirt and like screaming people. The great thing about this movie was we had this one location. We had a cast that to me was really embodied the characters. And from my point of view, once the cast comes on to the film and you start to see the scenes coming to life, and these three brought the scenes to life in a really, really beautiful way. So that for me was the greatest joy of working on the film.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll go next. You guys are just so fun. I loved meeting all of you and working with all of you. I genuinely felt like I was at camp or something every time I get to go to set today and see my friends. And it was so fun. And then outside of that, from an acting perspective, there were some scenes that were really intense, and I've never done anything like when we did like a lot of crying and screaming and being terrified scenes. I had never done like so many takes of something like that, and it brought me to a new level as an actor. It was really intense. And then all the blood and the prosthetics and all the demon stuff was super cool to watch how that all works behind the scenes. Because again, I hadn't done much of that. So it was cool from like a technical perspective to see how a horror movie was made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved being in one location. It really felt like we were able to make this place our home. And, you know, we are supposed to be home, right? So it really felt like when we were in our spaces and in each of our rooms, and it didn't, there wasn't there wasn't much we had to envision, and the art department did such an amazing job at creating these worlds in these empty slots essentially that were in a building, but like these studio spaces had nothing, and the art department just killed it in making it feel like, you know, Amber's room, Serena's room. So it almost felt like, you know, with all the work that you do before you get on set, it informed the work, having so much to use, all of the crystals and the candles. And I mean, that comfortable bed that Amber had, like that we like chilling for hours at a time. I was like, I feel like it's a real sleepover that we're having. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to go off what everyone's saying, we did have such a great time together. Just beautiful, amazing, talented people we got to work with. It was awesome to learn from Ted and, you know, star alongside these lovely ladies. They're awesome. So we really just, in 7 days, created a little family and just had a blast. And when the camera, you know, cuts, then we're just still all laughing and having a good time. And then, you know, when you turn it on, everyone was so on top of their game. It was really inspiring to be, you know, on that set and working and just having a blast. So yeah, it was definitely exciting too to be in a horror film, because I've always wanted, you know, to do that at some point in my life. So for my first, you know, lead role in a movie, to let it be a horror film was really, you know, fulfilling. So yeah, it was just an all around amazing time, minus the COVID protocols, but we got to keep everyone safe.
Yeah.
But it was great.
Nice. And I know, Ted, like you've worked a lot with Charlie and Full Moon. I wanted to ask you three, like, how did it feel to work on a horror movie for Charlie and Full Moon Pictures?
You know,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead. You got
Oh,
something to say?
I was just going to say, you guys were such a well-oiled machine, because they'd all worked together for so long that they'd be like, we're setting up the next scene. And then boom, the scene was set up. And I was like, that is such a nice change of pace.
You know what, though? We had never worked, none of us, only me and Charlie had worked together in the past.
The crew had worked together before, right?
Yeah, I think Howard's team had worked together. Yeah, because they were amazing. Howard Wexler, our director of photography, was an incredible asset to the production, just moving us along really fast and making everybody look so beautiful in the process. But what was that original question again? Oh, Charlie, working with Charlie. So I've worked with him so long that we kind of know each other and know each other's tastes and kind of trust each other's taste in things. And so for me, you know, after a year kind of hanging around my house and walking the dog and writing and playing guitar and not doing much of anything else, to be able to have the opportunity to get out again and to do something close to home, not in Romania, not far away, but to get out and play with a whole group of super talented, super kind of fun collaborators was like a joy, you know?
Awesome. And I usually ask, like, my guest this, was there any behind the scenes stories, like any cool behind the scenes stories that happened on set?
Whoa. Wow, I was working so hard just moving from shot to shot. If there were, I missed them, and I usually like to know all the behind the scenes shit going on a film, you know? What was going on, you guys? Tell me.
Yeah, for real.
I don't think we can disclose it all. You know what was really fun was that in that building, there was like a back room. I don't know if we were supposed to go in there, but we went in there. And there was like a stage and like stairs.
Oh, yeah.
And there was one time when we weren't doing anything and we went back there and like started doing improv on this little stage back there. And it was so funny. Yeah, just like running around that building was really fun.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah, so sorry you didn't get to join in on that, Ed, but
Yeah, really.
when we had downtime.
Well, we had like one day, Sunday, we thought, okay, we'll shoot our exteriors outside the building on Sunday. And we thought it would be really quiet and beautiful on Sunday. So we scheduled it. We got out there early Sunday morning, and there was a cannabis festival going on a few blocks away.
Yeah.
So it was nonstop lowriders, motorcycles, trucks, and people in costumes and walking past. And we were trying to create a place that's desolate and very like kind of out in the crummy part of downtown LA. So that was a maddening day on the set for all of us, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the most intense part for me was the contact lenses that I had to put in my eye.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, Ted, but those things would not go in my eye. Like it was, I don't know if you, I mean, for anyone who's ever had to put contacts in who doesn't wear contacts, it is the most outer body experience I've ever had.
Oh no.
And they're huge. They're like, you know, they're like pretty big. So at first when I was like, oh yeah, I could put these in easy. And, you know, Greg and Mandy, who were amazing, you know, they did the makeup and special effects stuff. And they were like, you know, we're not allowed to put those in your eye legally.
Oh no.
So you're gonna have to do this yourself. And of course I'm like, how hard is it gonna be? Great, you know, but like the way your eye, the muscle of your eye, if you've never had a foreign object in it, it like basically will reject the contact or whatever you're trying to put in it to like protect your body. So after like 30 minutes, they're like, all right, so like you're gonna have to say on camera, we can record it, that you will not sue us if we put this in your eye and we damage anything. And I was like, at that point, I was like, I'm ready to damage my eyeball. Like, I don't even care. So they like essentially had to hold me down and keep my eye open.
Oh,
like
wow.
I was like undergoing like surgery. It was great.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I mean, they look awesome. I'm so glad it worked, but it was that was a wild outer body experience.
Somebody, maybe Nakai, came on set and said, Lorin's having trouble with getting the contacts on. And that was like one of those things that as a director, you just go, I don't want to know about it. Just take care of it.
Keep it under wraps.
Yeah, I felt so bad for her. It was cool watching you undergo like the full transformation though, like from, you know, early on to then when they paint it all up and sadly the contacts, but it really turned out to be really cool. And yeah, like that building has such cool history. A lot of really cool projects have been shot there. And so just learning that history was fun. It kind of gave us an extra, you know, caliber to reach and it was a lot of fun. One story that I know our makeup girl Mandy hates, but I was trying to pull a prank on her, and I found a dead cockroach on the ground.
Oh
and
no.
And we were all having fun, I thought.
I
know. And I put the cockroach on her makeup table to scare her, but it really pissed her off because she was like, "This is so gross. This is like it's contaminating my table." I felt really bad. No,
it wasn't wrong.
When I reflect, I'm like, you're a dumbass. But like, at the moment, I was trying to be funny. Definitely not. But yeah.
Now it's a funny story.
Now it's funny. But and then to lastly tag on, I don't know about you two, but I had a blast doing the ADR.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was really fun.
Yeah, we just finished doing that for the 2 episodes. We all went in and did some ADR, and it was really cool.
You guys nailed it too. I hate doing ADR because
I
it's
like
so,
it.
it takes so long and it's so meticulous and all of that. And you're jeopardizing, like
Right.
losing the performance that was on the set, but you guys really brought it like at the same level, and sometimes improved things, it was really good.
Thank you.
Right. And now, like, for when the film comes out and all the horror fans go and see the film, do you think that people are going to be scared to find a new roommate now, like when they go searching for apartments and houses?
I think so.
Yeah, it'll definitely make them think a little bit harder about who they're choosing. Do a little bit more background research.
Yeah, you got to check those references. Don't blow it off like
Yeah.
Amber did. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it's LA. 9 times out of 10, the person moving in, that if you don't know them, is probably going to be scary.
That's true.
Scary or an actor, probably,
Both.
Which is
Yeah.
also scary.
And starting with Ted, I want to ask all of you, since you are all doing a horror movie, what are some of your best horror films that you love to watch?
I think maybe my all-time favorite horror film is Don't Look Now, the Nicholas Roeg film.
Okay.
Is like one of the most chilling and beautiful horror films ever. And I really like Rosemary's Baby, and I like The Tenant. Roman Polanski really knows how to create a mood,
Definitely. And Lauren?
Huh.
And wait, your boyfriend loves horror films. Is he turning you on to horror films?
Yes, we watch a lot of horror, so it's hard to kind of pinpoint one.
Okay.
I love the Vitch. That came out a few years ago, but I think that is such a beautiful movie. I mean, it's newer. If I were to go older, I mean, The Exorcist, such a classic, but always good.
And
Yeah.
First few that came to my mind, I love the movie The Strangers.
Oh yeah.
That one always gets me. Just it's if you believe in ghosts or demon roommates, Strangers is real. Anyone could come up to your house and knock on your window and torture you and terrorize you. So like that one got me.
Me too.
And anytime I'm home alone, when I was a kid, after watching that, it was just, I always pictured those people outside my window. So that one really got me. Another one I grew up loving was The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh yeah.
That one's great.
Classic.
And newer, I love anything A24 does. So between the movie Hereditary and Midsummer, those two blew my mind. The cinematography, the colors, the foreshadowing, just every little element they put in those movies was phenomenal. So if you haven't seen those, check them out.
Yeah, I love Midsummer. I didn't even think of that. There's so many. But yeah, Midsummer, Hereditary are really good. I like The Shining, even though it's not so much paranormal. And more recent, I like the Conjuring series.
Oh, they're great.
Sometimes like haunted house movies really fall flat and you're like, yeah, I know what's gonna happen. But The Conjuring always scares me. I don't know what it is, but yeah, those are some of my favorites.
Oh, Babadook, I totally forgot. That
that's a
more
good
than
one.
any movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ooh.
And Ted, like one of my best horror films, like the whole series, is definitely Subis species. Oh my God, I like that. Those four films are like amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Those we put a lot of effort into those movies in Romania back in the early days after the fall of communism, and the films are kind of steeped in the reality of Romania at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like everything about those films, like the way the films was shot, and the 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 vampire, and like you know, like he was different from your like classic ones.
Yeah, he was Anders Hove, the Danish actor who plays Radu the vampire, is like phenomenal actor and really kind of threw himself into that role and grew in the role from film to film.
Hmm. Yeah, great films. And I'll end it with like, what do you all like to do for fun when you're not involved in acting or writing and directing?
Yeah. Okay, let's hear it, you guys.
I personally just got a membership to LA Fitness and I've been working out. Honestly, I've been like weightlifting and like I'm really into it. Also I know you said besides like writing and directing, but I have been writing a pilot. So that's really exciting to kind of see acting from that perspective and maybe transitioning over into that. Yeah. So those are a couple things. How about you guys?
Lorin?
I am a foodie, so I love a good, new weird restaurant. There's so many. I live on the east side. There's just so many that are popping up here and there, and I just, good food and a good bottle of, natural wine. I'm having a night. So
Do you cook also? Do you cook?
I do, but I've gotten a little burnt out on cooking, I'm sure, as we all have. So yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I like to I write. I'm kind of like to work is kind of one of the things I love to do, but then I love to be lazy and walk my dog, play guitar, watch movies, watch TV shows. The pandemic has taught me a lot about kind of standing still and just kind
Yeah.
of taking each moment and enjoying it,
Yeah.
So I try to just enjoy everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, same. I make music. That's a huge passion of mine. Writing is probably my favorite part of making music, is just the creation of something new. I am big into rock climbing, so that's probably what I'll be doing most of the time. If I'm not doing anything else, I'll be at the climbing gym or outdoors. Bouldering is my thing. So it's like lower stuff. It's not the super tall walls, just no ropes and just crazy body, movements. And it's also meditation. It's a good time with good people. So that's fun. And yeah, I don't know. I like food. I've been cooking a lot more. So I'm trying to, I really want to start gardening, but I don't have a green thumb. I'm not good at it. I kill most plants I own. So I don't know. I got to see how that works out for me.
Start small. Get like a succulent, something that's really hard, and then work your way up.
You're right. I'll get like
And where can fans find you all at? Like, what's your your socials and stuff?
I am on IMDb, Kelly Curran, and you can find me on Instagram at pole.princess, POLE.princess. Don't make fun of me. I knew you were gonna laugh.
It's really funny.
It's because I used to be a pole dancer, and so that was my handle because I would share my dance videos, and then I stopped, and now it's just my
Pole.princess. You're just a princess now.
Yeah, I'm just a pole princess now.
You can find my Instagram at LORIN Doctor. Or no, wait, I'm screwing this up. What is my handle? What is my handle? Yes. Okay, Lorin, LORIN Doctor, DOCTOR.
Good.
I'm at Cole Pendery, COLEPENDERY.
You can find me at Instagram, Ted Nicolaou, or Facebook, in fact. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going straight to pole.princess.
Yeah,
When this is over, I think I'm already following Lorin.
I
but-
think I gotta change that. Everyone makes fun of me for it. So
No, it's so perfect. It's really good, you know.
I
It's
found you, Ted.
intriguing.
I found you. All right. Let's get that. There we go.
Okay, you guys.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for taking time out of your night and coming on the show and talking about the film and everything. So thank you and
For having us,
really,
Rocky. Appreciate this, man. Very cool.
Yeah, yeah, it was fun,
definitely.
man. Really fun.
Thank you.
definitely.
Miss you guys.
Okay, I'll see you guys
Oh.
very soon.
See you
Yeah.
soon.
See you Saturday.
Yeah,
You
okay,
guys.
man.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Take care.
everyone.
All right, take care,
Bye.
Rocky.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thanks.